Hello, hello, Jamal Shaw coming to you today from Walkersville. We're in Walkersville, right?
Correct.
All right, cool. I am with Vaughn Whitfield. He is the owner of Maximum Fitness. Vaughn, say hello.
Hello.
So Valor's interview series, episode number 67. Why did I do what I do? Number one, because there's successful people who deserve to have their stories told. Number two, there's people around the world who need to hear successful stories. And number three, to let you know you can go out there with a camera phone and a selfie stick and impact the world. So just like always, no interviews over 10 minutes long, raw and uncut. And Vaughn has been married for 10 years. He's from Georgia, and the Falcons lost the Super Bowl last night. Aha. And he has 4 kids. So, and it's hot in here. He got me sweating. I think it's because we look alike, bald head and stuff, so I'm nervous. So Vaughn, why do you do what you do?
Why?
Yes.
Definitely because of my family. My wife and I, we try to, set our children up for success.
Okay.
Definitely, that's part of it. But also, we want them to have a healthy lifestyle and also have a positive impact in the communities that they live in. So, that's my biggest why is my family, our children, to have a healthy lifestyle and to set themselves up for success.
Okay, so there's a lot of ways you could do that. Why do you choose gym ownership? Because you could own a lot of businesses, right? So why owning a gym business specifically?
Well, my wife and I, we met in the gym.
Okay.
We have a passion for this. I've been training for almost 20 years.
Nice.
So we definitely decided to do something. We're not business owners who decided to start a business, just to get in the gym business because, the money or whatever that comes along with it. We decided to do this because we have a passion for it. We've helped several people in several different communities over the years.
Okay. So how long have you been owning this business? Or actually, so how long have you been in the gym industry, in the personal training industry?
Well, again, it's been about 20 years.
Okay.
I started out in the Navy and, went on to train at commercial gyms and did my own training, my boot camp style training for several years. And this was the ultimate goal, to start a business, to have a location.
Okay. So in your 20 years, what has been the proudest moment of your career?
I wouldn't say that I can pinpoint a proudest moment, but what I'm most proud of is when I was in the Navy, one of my jobs were to train sailors who were on the verge of being kicked out for not passing their physical training test. So, we would train for a period of time, prepare them to take the test over again. And so my proudest moments, I would say, when they come back and say, I passed the test and I'm able to stay in. So
perfect.
Yeah.
So 2 things. Number one, my dad was in the Navy, grew up in Virginia Beach, Norfolk Air Force Base, or Naval Base. And number 2, keep your answers a little bit shorter for me.
Okay.
You over here like this.
All right.
So what has been the lowest moment of your career?
Lowest moment?
Yep.
Keep it short.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, I separated from the Navy to do boot camps. But life changes. So you start in one place, but you have to move, get married, go to college, or whatever the case may be. I've had to leave those locations. And so I would say a low point is to start something, start with a group, and then, can't continue to stay there. But that's why this was the ultimate goal, so that we wouldn't have to leave again.
Okay, perfect. So you have about 10 employees between the trainers and the staff. So how do you create team culture so everybody's not killing each other?
Definitely try to lead by example.
Okay.
I wouldn't ask anyone to do anything that I wouldn't do.
Okay.
Also, I think communication, just like in any relationship, communication is gold,
right.
Is the key. So also, if they have input, I listen to them and, include them in the day-to-day operations. Right. So, just being inclusive.
All right, perfect. So where do you see your business a year from now?
Well, business is going well, so I see it to continue to grow. And a year from now, the goal is to have another gym.
And do you want it to be in Walkersville as well, or do you have a location in mind, kind of, maybe,
well,
almost?
Walkersville is not that big, so
okay, right.
Maybe not in Walkersville, but I do have plans for other locations that are nearby, but not quite as
All right, perfect. So, do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully outside of whatever routine you have with your kids? So, focused on you.
Focus on me.
Yep.
Ooh. Outside of my kids.
Outside of your kids, that's correct.
You stumped me with that one.
Okay, fine. Add the kids in it.
Well, definitely. I pray for more sleep. That's the first thing, because they come in, ready to go at 6:30 or earlier every morning. So, start off, and we all get together, and we pray together, and I get them ready for school and things like that. My wife and I, we split the duties and go from there. But that's the morning routine, and that's about it.
They got Zuma going on next door, so that's what that was. So, what book are you currently reading, or audio are you listening to?
Oh, okay. I have a couple of books.
Okay, nice.
Reading The E-Myth Revisited, why most small businesses don't work,
Okay.
and what to do about it. And also Sandbox Personalities, When Grown-Ups Act Like Toddlers Playing in a Sandbox by Alan Forbes.
Shout out to these authors already. So, something you do on a daily habit that if you don't do it, your day does not feel successful. For some people, it's a smoothie, or meditating, or yoga, or praying.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours?
Well, definitely, I have to pray. So if I'm not praying, for some reason, I'm sidetracked. I definitely can, throughout the day, I realize that something's not right.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make sure that I always have, God in my decision making, day-to-day decision making, and I seek Him in everything that I do. So if I didn't do that, then that's something that I would stop and go back to pray and get started again.
Perfect. So, what advice would you give to your 25-year-old self? I know that was only like 10 years ago. However, what advice would you, for your 25-year-old self?
I would definitely say, slow down, pump the brakes a little bit.
Okay.
Listen to people, listen to their wisdom. Don't be so anxious to start something, but make sure that whatever you start to finish it.
So speaking of listening to people, who have some of your mentors been in this process? Because opening up your own business can be very stressful, and there's a lot of people don't know. So who have helped you?
Well, actually, I told Danny Farrar that
Okay.
he's my mentor. I didn't ask him. I told him that he's my mentor.
Right.
So, but a lot of my guidance comes from the pulpit. I listen to my pastor.
Okay.
I don't have a person that I talk to on a daily basis for that guidance. I just basically, listen to what comes across the pulpit, and I take that as.
Okay, cool. So, crazy goals: scuba diving, skydiving, Great Wall of China, or just travel. Like, what are some of your crazy goals?
Well, my wife and I, we love to travel. We've been to quite a few islands.
Okay.
My minor is in history, so she wants to go to an island every time. But my thing is, hey, let's go to some of these historical sites. So if I can convince her to one day finally do that, then that would be my goal. No place in particular. But.
So, that was my next question. So, dream places to visit. So, give me one of her islands that she wants to go to, and one of the history places that you want to go to.
Tahiti.
Okay.
So that's this year we'll be married 10 years. So that was the 10-year goal.
Okay.
In the Navy I traveled a lot, so I would like for her to go back to see some of the places I've been.
Okay.
Definitely Italy.
Okay.
My whole family's vegetarian, so I think they would love the pasta, love the food over there. So if nothing else, if it's not the history, at least go for the food.
Did you say your whole family's vegetarian?
Except for me, I'm from Georgia. Remember that, right?
Okay. Gotcha. I'm about to say, how do you get these muscles being vegetarian? So, Vaughn, how can people contact you?
You can contact us at our website, MaximumFitness24.com. You can also like us on Facebook, Maximum Fitness 24/7. You can call us by phone, 301-639-4439.
Perfect. So, last question. Do you have any pets?
Yes.
What do you have?
A mutt.
Okay. So, do you know what the mutt is mixed up with, or no?
Not really.
Okay.
I think it's Jack Russell and something else. But he's 13 years old. He's getting up there.
Okay. What's the mutt's name?
Mr. B.
Mr. B. All right. So Valor's interview series episode number 67. Go out there, show some valor. Show some valor, Vaughn. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Talk to you next week. Bye.